Kate, what character did you play in the pantomime?
In the pantomime, I played Friar Tuck.
And how did you prepare for your role of Friar Tuck?
I researched.
What type of research did you do?
Well, I wasn't really familiar with Robin Hood. So I watched a few versions of the film, like the Disney Robin Hood, then the original, and so on, to see what Friar Tuck was like and what characteristics was happening during all three. Then I did some home research, invited me auntie over. She got a bit drunk and she was slurring her words, falling around. Then it helped me with the dance as well, because she always likes a good dance when she's had a drink.
As well as the research that you've done to personally prepare yourself for the role, you also work with quite a few other people in the pantomime. How did you find that?
Stressful.
Stressful?
Yeah.
Go on, elaborate.
I can talk for hours about this. Sometimes they were really good. Sometimes I didn't know what they were playing at. I pick a scene now where we go to Maid Marian, Lady Lucy, give me your money. And then we had to do this scene about 7 times, rehearsing, and then to practice it and so on, and then to get it right. Because one merry man in particular was like, give me your money, I'm giving it to Paul. And no one could hear him, and he wasn't doing any actions. So then he had to do it again, and then he still didn't get it. Which was, like, I was going to turn to drink then and fit into my character. But I didn't, because I have patience. And you don't need drink or alcohol, kids, to get through day.
When you were working with the others in your group, because it was a cross-level performance, how did you find working with people from the lower levels?
Well, some of them were fine. Like, I've made some good friends in that level. Some of them, backstage, we was like full-on shouting. And you'd be like, you're backstage, there's an audience. Yeah, but there's not many audience members, is there? And like, it wouldn't sink into their head that people have paid for a show. And it doesn't matter if there's like 6 members of audience there, you still have to do like it professionally. Which was really annoying, but they got the picture after like the 10-minute like end to one of the shows.
How do you feel that your personal performance went?
Well, Tuesday, this afternoon, didn't think it could. I thought it could have gone better, but then I think it was Tuesday evening when Daniela came to me and she was like, "Sort it," because the crowd were pretty rubbish, and then the actors weren't too good either. And then I thought, what can I do? So I thought I could talk to them more. And we had a bit of a laugh, or banter as these kids call it nowadays. And it was very interesting. So then I thought, yeah, it's good. It's really good. And then Wednesday, I full on give them, like, I was going to swear them, but you're not allowed to swear, are you?
No.
So I give them some poo. Because they was talking to me bad, so I was talking to them bad. And the adrenaline were going. My dad was in audience as well, our Papa C. So I thought, I need to make it good. So I said I was going to be in debt to them and everything. They thought it was funny. And then it all rolled from there. It was mint.
So do you think your performance developed throughout the duration of the whole show?
It wasn't the same like every show. It was a bit different, but better.
Can you give me an example of how you've shown commitment within the process? You've already said about extra rehearsals with the Merry Men. Was there anything else?
We had to go to a costume shop. And I was told to take 4 people down. I ended up taking 9. I ended up going back to the drink, which I didn't do it. But, nearly. There was a nightmare. But I did it without shouting. And then went to a costume shop. It was fine, I just left them. Then I also took people down to the theatre, which was also really calm then.
So you've spoken quite a bit about your experience, like behind the scenes of the Panto. What would you do differently if you had another chance?
Well, Daniela, I'll tell you what I should do differently. Well, I don't really know actually, because I'd think a bit clearer, but then I don't like. I really enjoyed like Friday Talk, but if we were doing the show again, I'd like to like grab a different character, just to see what. Because obviously I did a funny character, but I'd probably like to see like Robin Hood's point of view or Maid Marian, to see like the more serious kind, like what it'd be like then.
Which character do you think you'd gravitate towards if you had to choose a different one?
I would like to play Robin Hood.
Would you?
Yeah, because he's a bit of a cool guy, innit? So I would like to see what would have happened with Robin. But then the spy, I thought that was pretty interesting. It could have been more like, you could have saw more of him like working with a sheriff and working with Robin, so that you'd have a clear understanding about his character.
The feedback that you received from the tutors after every performance, did you find that was useful at all?
They didn't give me none.
Elaborate
Just
on that.
Terrible. No, they did give me some. They was commenting the chat lines, because I had a really bad throat and I couldn't say it all on my own. So it was like, oh, can you help me? You'd know this one. And it was it was good, but it lost the attention is it, and the atmosphere of it, because then it was oh, we need to think about it, we need to join in. So then it was they were probably panicking and all right, what do we do? So there was lose that bit. So I did, and it worked really well. So I'm glad that we got the comments back.
Did you receive any peer feedback?
Yeah, but it wasn't really they said how it was good and everything, and when it's nice because everyone would perform, and then they'd be bombarded when they're walking off stage with people going, oh, you did brilliant, giving you hugs and everything, but it wasn't really negative what you'd needed to improve on. But I had some really good comments.
Good. Do you have anything else that you want to add? Any other opinions or feelings about the process?
I'd say when we got to Curtain Theatre, we needed a day, another 2 days probably, rehearsing, doing costume runs, sound checks, and with sound and lights, because it was a nightmare. And we can all say it was a nightmare without sounding nasty. Because I remember there was a song that wasn't on, because we needed to get, and everyone was slagging the music guy off and aiming light and sound, because it wasn't on time and they was waiting, which I found that really rude.
Anything else?
That's it, I think. I'll come back to you if I remember anything.
Thank you very much.